Hey there, YouTube family. It's Jackie. Jackie Has It All. And I am coming at you on Monday, October 18th. And it is my 1 week post-op, post-VSG update. I had my vertical sleeve gastrectomy on October 10th at Cedars-Sinai Hospital here in Los Angeles with Dr. Scott Canine. Let me get my stats. My highest weight recorded was 305.2. My date of surgery, my weight was 254.8. And my current weight, 1 week after surgery, drum roll, a whopping 253.2. What? 253.2? But that makes your weight loss 1.6 pounds, Jackie. Yes, brothers and sisters, I know. 1.6 pounds since surgery. You think I wasn't discouraged about that? If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I weighed myself maybe a couple days after I got home from the hospital and found that I had gained actually a little over 6 pounds. Well, the same day the surgeon's office gave me a call and to see how I was doing. So I kind of told them, look, this is what happened. And they said, well, you know what, it's very, very normal. You know, it really is just going to depend on your body, your age, your comorbidities, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes people won't see a weight loss for like 3 or 4 weeks post-surgery. Come again? You mean to tell me that I cut out 3/4 of my stomach to lose 1.6 pounds in a week? I did better than that pre-op. So yeah, it was a little discouraging, but you know what? I thought about it and I'm like, okay, you know what? My body is going to do what my body is going to do. I have to just be along for the ride, do what I need to do the things that I can control, and then my body was just going to have to figure out what I'm trying to do here and catch the hell up. So, so that's where I'm at. Discouraging, yes, because when I'm following the people I follow on Instagram that have had surgery around the same time as I did, oh yeah, they're posting like 13-pound losses, 11-pound losses, and I'm like, Anyway, so I am going to trust the process. I'm going to keep plugging away. You know, I'm doing this for the long haul. I'm not sprinting here. I am doing this for life. So hopefully my body will try to figure out what I'm trying to do here and cooperate. So let me tell you what happened this week. The things that I've experienced in losing this 1.6 pounds, YouTube family. So this week I noticed, you know, I had to get used to these strange noises coming from my belly area. You know, lots of, every time I drank something, a lot of gurgling sounds and stuff like that, and then the burping. I mean, you know, a lot of this is going to be TMI, but you know what? If you've already been through it, you know what it is. If you're going through it, you got to know anyway. And if you are thinking about it, these are some of the things that you want to know about anyway. Let's see. I realized that one of the things I learned is this new tummy doesn't like cold fluids first thing in the morning. Normal pre-op, I was able to chug ice cold water like it was going out of style. But I noticed that if I try to sip some ice cold water in the morning, it is a painful mother. So I tried a hot tea, like hot herbal tea, first thing in the morning, and my stomach liked that so much better. So that set me up for a good day. So That's one thing I have to remember. Warm liquids first thing in the morning. Also, so much bloating. I know that's most of the reason for the weight gain, because the doctor said, you're not, the doctor's office said, that's not weight gain, it's just bloat gain and all the IV fluids. And I'm like, yeah. I'm still gaining weight, and I'm still not losing the 11, 12, 13 pounds that other people are doing. But you know what? This is the journey I'm on. Everybody else's journey is different, so, you know, it is what it is. So, a lot of bloating. Every time I take something in, there's a lot of burping. The gas game, the constipation game, and the heartburn game, really strong this week. This constipation game was amped up today, most especially. Didn't feel it so much during the week, but today has been a real struggle. So I'm hoping Benefiber is going to help with that. I got really tired of the Premier protein drinks, so I went and I switched it up with the Vega all-in-one nutritional shakes, and that was a really nice change of pace. It seemed to go down a little bit easier. It wasn't quite so heavy on my stomach, so so that was good. I had a hard time the first few days getting my liquids in, getting the protein shakes in. I was getting worried that I was going to get dehydrated or whatever, but as the days went on, you know, taking in fluids just got easier and easier and easier. I went from barely getting, you know, 30 ounces in, you know, a couple days after surgery, like when I went home, to yesterday getting 70 ounces of fluid in. I also found it much easier to get in my protein, get in the protein goals, because I had purchased some of that Genopro protein powder, and I would mix that in with the Jello or some hot soup, the hot broth. So I would be able to meet my protein goals. So that's been a big, huge help, that Genopro protein powder. Let's see. Like I said, the heartburn game has been really bad for me, and I even have been taking the Prevacid that the doctor prescribed for me, and it hasn't been helping. So when I go see him on Wednesday for my 1 week post-op appointment, I'm going to ask him for something different, because this Prevacid is just not doing what it's supposed to do. The heartburn is really bad. So so that's where I'm at with the heartburn. Medication wise, I started taking the Bariatric Fusion chewable multivitamins, and those are, I don't have a problem with it. A lot of people don't like those chewable vitamins because they're chalky. I actually don't mind them. But 4 of those a day meet all your bariatric requirements. So I'm really happy with that, because crushed pills are so not the business. I had to take, I have to crush my blood pressure medication, and that is the worst tasting crap that I've ever had ever. No matter what I do, I cannot mask that taste, that bitter taste, and I cannot, you know, it takes a while for that taste to get out of my mouth, no matter what what are liquids I try to down it with. So it's really bad. So my doctors said, monitor your blood pressure. If it seems to be okay, You know, you may be able to skip a day, but if it starts going a little high, you should, you know, you should take it. And I have been, and I've been really monitoring myself, my blood pressure every morning, and sometimes in the evenings as well. One of the things that I found out, you know, I'm all over the place. I'm sorry. I'm just like, I just made really quick notes, and so I'm really sorry if I'm jumping back and forth to different topics. I just wanted to get all my thoughts in as quickly as possible because I didn't want to make this too long for you. But one of the things I found out was pre-op, I was able to chug a lot of water. So I would get in well over 100 ounces a day pre-op. And post-op, I swear, there is an aftertaste to water. The very same water that I drank pre-op, I can't stand the taste of post-op. And that made it a lot harder to get my fluids in. So I tried infusing it with different things, and so far my favorite infusion has been with cucumber, lemon, and mint. It's better. It's not, it still doesn't help me get my fluids in. What actually helped me get my fluids in is the Propel water, the flavored waters. Those I got them at Smart Final for the 24-ounce bottles, and those have been my lifesaver as far as getting fluids in. I haven't, you know, the fluids that I do get in, like when I have to have clear broth, is I don't have the normal like chicken stock or beef stock or vegetable stock. I can't, it's just too much. I just got tired of it after, just in the hospital, I got tired of it. So I got some broth from these Filipino foods that my husband was eating. They were soups that had shrimp in it and vegetables, and so I just siphoned off the broth, and at least the taste was much better. I was able to get that in. It helped that I had those baby spoons that they recommended I get. That was helpful, making sure that I didn't take too much in at one time. You know, at first I was taking really small sips, and so of any fluid that I was getting in, I would take really small sips, and so I was, you know, kind of worried about how I was going to get everything in. But now that I'm a week post-op, I'm able to take much, you know, bigger sips, and I think they're more normal sips. They're not the chugs that I excuse me, that I'm used to. But wow, my phone is exploding. They're not the chugs that I'm used to. I think they're more normal sips, and so I feel better about getting my fluids in the last couple days. It's been much easier. I think, you know, I think that's really all I had to say. I didn't want to, you know, get this too long, especially because I don't have this, you know, like this gigantic loss that I'm celebrating. But I am celebrating a loss. You know, to go from a gain a few days ago to actually being, even if it's 1.6 pounds lower than I was on my day of surgery, I'm okay with that. I mean, I have to be okay with that. My husband's been very encouraging, because he knows, you know, I was expecting something a little bit more, and I would show him, you know, a lot of people's posts, and he says, "Don't worry about it. You're going to be okay." And so he's been very encouraging. So I'm very thankful for that. So I'm hoping that next week I am going to be able to have some better news in the stats department. And I'm just going to keep track of what's been going on. You know, I didn't have, when I was in the hospital, here I am, I'm jumping around. When I was in the hospital, the gas pain was not so bad. I mean, it was, you know, it was gas pain. The gas X strips, I think, helped a little bit, but what really was painful was my back. Not so much where my incisions were or anything like that. I had one incision, I have 6 incisions in total, and the one incision where they actually took out the stomach was the one that was the most uncomfortable. It wasn't unbearable pain, but it was uncomfortable. What was really unbearable was the pain that I had in my back. It was like my upper middle back, and no matter what I did, it could not be relieved. My husband would, you know, massage it. He would do whatever it was. I think they said that was partly gas as well, but it was so painful. And even now, with the heartburn, I feel like there's like a little lump in my throat. So when I swallow, I can feel that lump, and it makes me cough, which is not a pleasant feeling when you've got stitches in your abdomen. So that's why I really need to talk to the doctor about getting me a different kind of antacid other than Prevacid. That heartburn is really starting to affect my shoulders. My shoulders are really painful right now. They feel like they're so achy. My husband's getting tired of massaging me, but that's all I can really do right now. I haven't really, since I got out of the hospital, I haven't taken any painkillers. I'd rather not, because they tend to slow down your system. So I didn't want that to happen. I felt like I really didn't need painkillers, but there is this discomfort in my shoulders because of I guess it's because of the gas, and the heartburn is just a lot. That's, I think, the most I don't know what that word is. You know, the most bothersome of any of the symptoms that I'm feeling. So if that's what it is, then if that's all that's being bothersome, then I'm pretty happy about it. Would I do this all again, knowing that the first week I would only lose 1.6 pounds? Yeah, I'd do it again, because, you know, I have to consider that I lost 50 pounds pre-op, which is, you know, no small feat. And I am doing it to make sure that I stay on the minus side of weight loss, and not having any gains, except for when I have IV fluids and bloating. So anyway, hoping to have better news for you next week, or better stats for you next week. And I hope you guys have a great week. Stay awesome. And if you want to keep following along on my journey, please subscribe below, and I'd really appreciate it. I want to thank any new subscribers, because I really appreciate that you guys are interested enough in my journey to follow along. So I really do appreciate it. And if you also want to follow me on Instagram, I kind of update a little bit more often there. It's Jackie Has It All. And I will see you guys next week. Bye. Stay awesome.